What up, Raffleitos? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a trip from Georgetown to Corentyne. Hey, welcome to Guyana. Say that. Welcome to Guyana.
¿Cómo?
Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome to Guyana.
So we're starting our journey here. We're going to take a trip from Georgetown to Berbice. We're going to go across the Berbice River, taking the bridge, the new bridge, and we want to time it. We want to see how far and how long it takes. I think it's about 60 miles, but we're going to use GPS to find out exactly how far it is. And I'm going to give you a vlog about what it's like, how to get from Georgetown to Berbice. So the first thing we do is stop off here at the bank. We take some cash because we're going to take a taxi, we're going to take a car, and then we'll take the journey all the way along the east coast from Georgetown to Corentyne. Let's go!
Let's go, show!
Oh, this is my day. I'm ready to take it on, come what may.
And we're gonna go down to the Berbice car park. So that's found at the end of Charlotte Street. We're on Charlotte Street, so we're starting the journey here on Charlotte Street in Georgetown. And we're gonna take a taxi at the end of this street and ride shotgun if we can, and vlog the entire trip. I think it's about 60 miles, probably about 2 hours. Probably gonna have to speed it up or edit it to get it into, you know, reasonable length video, but this is so that you understand how to get from Georgetown to Berbice and how to use public transportation. Now, recently we've had some problems with minibus accidents or accidents on the road because of dangerous driving, speeding, and recklessness, lawlessness. So the thing is, you still want to be safe, you just can't stop traveling simply because the drivers are going through a period of recklessness. So what I'm going to do is to show you how to be safe on the road when you're not driving your own vehicle. Now, if you're driving your own vehicle, you practice defensive driving. You know, you observe the laws and you avoid lunatics. But if you're traveling with somebody else in their vehicle, usually at their mercy, but you can't speak up, you can't tell people what makes you uncomfortable and ask them to observe the speed limits and to observe the laws, the traffic laws, when you are in their care, in their vehicle. So what we're going to do today is to demonstrate how to get around safely on the dangerous roads in Guyana. And we're going to do that by taking a taxi, a car. Now the options are few. We don't have a public transportation system or a light rail train system. We don't have a bus system. And to fly, well, we can't really fly from Georgetown to Berbice unless you take a helicopter, and that's pretty expensive. So the options are few. We're going to take a taxi or we can take a minibus. Problem with minibuses is that they tend to be a lot more reckless. The vehicle is larger, more massive, and it's more difficult to control. And an inexperienced driver or a reckless driver might not be aware until he runs into trouble that he's putting lives in danger, and that is exactly what has happened and cost lives of road users, in fact commuters. So to lower the risk, to reduce the risk, we're going to take a car. Usually sits about 5 or 6 passengers. Now we're approaching Charlotte and King Street. At the end of Charlotte Street is the minibus or the Berbice car park. So I'm going to flip the camera around so you can take a look at what happens, what it looks like. So here we go. Okay, so this is the Berbice car park at the end of the street here. at the end of Charlotte Street. This is the Berbice car park, and these vehicles in the line are usually the ones that will take you to Berbice. So we're going to talk to one of these drivers and see what's the deal. So you're going Corentyne?
No, I get you Amsterdam.
So I can get a car from the Amsterdam?
You by the bridge, you get a lot of cars along there.
Alright, how much to get from the Amsterdam?
It's 2,000 by the jack. If you want 2,000 by the way, I take 2,000.
So here we are, we're going to take this car from Georgetown. We've decided on this car. We decided on the price, it's going to be $2,000. We also decided that his car is going to take us to New Amsterdam, and we're going to have to take another vehicle from New Amsterdam to Farish, where I'm going. That means that the journey is going to be a little longer than I planned. It's going to be about 2.5 hours instead of 2 hours, and it's going to cost a little more because we have to break it up and take another vehicle from New Amsterdam, another $500, perhaps $2,500 in all, about $12 US from Georgetown to Farish, about $10 US from Georgetown to New Amsterdam. But we'll film this as much as we can. We're sitting here on the side and try to get as much footage as we go. We're going to film also the rest stops, the possible places you can stop to take a bathroom break or to buy some refreshments, because it's a long journey. It can take as much as 2 hours, could be monotonous, so it's good to know where to stop, where to take a break. But more later. Let's go.
So bright, flowers in her hair, and the band is blowing reggae beats double time to the people in the streets. People swaying back and forth, smiles upon their face. Frantic moment everywhere as the song sinks into the soul. Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel Got dancers everywhere as the sun sinks into the ground. Dreadlocks and lively beat too, lights upon the stage. Rastamani looks at me, gives a smile, and sings these words out loud. Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? The crowd adieu. As the music stops, the people keep on dancing, singing their favorite tunes. Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. As she dances in the sunlight so bright, flowers in her hair, and the band is blowing reggae beats double time to the people in the streets. People swaying back and forth, ooh, smiles upon their face. Frantic moment everywhere as the song sinks into the soul. Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Colors moving round and round, ooh, smell the sweet perfume. Tight dances everywhere as the sun sinks into the ground. Dreadlocks and lively beats, ooh, lights upon the stage. Rastamani looks at me, gives a smile, and sings these words out loud. Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Now the final song has come, ooh, bid the crowd adieu. As the music stops, the people keep on dancing, singing their favorite tunes. Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets.
I got a fellas.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh
Where you get off to take
can't you
the
feel the
car to Corentyne. So the bus from Georgetown will drop you around here. This is the junction. And you take a car, you can get a car to 11 miles further. It's gonna cost $300. Let's go.
oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, can't you feel the beat? Oh my, oh my, my, oh my, dancing in the streets. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my,
This is Irish Road, Corentyne. 11 miles from New Amsterdam and about 60 miles or so from Georgetown. We're here about, I don't know, about 1 o'clock, 1:30. Perhaps we left about noon, so it's about an hour and a half, 90 minutes to get here. This is where I grew up, guys. This is Irish Road, Corentyne Berbice in Guyana. And it's the countryside. It's one of the smaller counties. Berbice is in fact the second largest county, Issaquah being the largest and Demerara being the smallest. So it's one of the smaller counties. And this is where I grew up. Haven't been back here in a while. In fact, the last time I was here was about a year ago, and I hadn't been back in about 30 years or so. So what is interesting though is that I actually recognized the place before I got here. You know, I saw all the queues and I hadn't seen this place in decades.